Hey guys, today we're doing a quick rant video. No, nothing too crazy. But today we're just talking about my personal beliefs as far as this Democratic Biden administration and how it's had an effect on our country. First of all, let's just talk about facts. I'm going to stick to facts. That way, it doesn't have to be too personal or anything. The facts are gas prices, ever since this Biden administration has been in office, gas prices have been higher. That's a fucking fact. Um, don't really know why the Democrats and Biden push higher gas prices. I'm willing to bet they're probably paid off by the politician, by the people that own these oil companies, own these gas companies. Hey, Biden, can we screw the American people over? I'll give you, let's give you $10 million for your personal account, and then we'll just smooth this over. So the politicians are definitely most likely paid off. By oil companies, by gas companies, by big companies like McDonald's, Amazon. They're taking payments from somebody. It's the only thing that makes sense, because why else would they sell out the American people? I mean, let's also talk facts. When Trump was in office, gas prices were cheaper. That's a fucking fact. Um, you can look it up. You can look it up on the internet. Number two, so the first way that the Biden Democratic administration affected the U.S. is one, gas prices. That's a fucking fact, because right now gas is higher. Number two, food cost has gone through the fucking roof. I know for myself, speaking for my own self, feeding myself is like a daily struggle. Hey, what am I going to have to eat today? I mean, what I had for breakfast this morning was leftovers from last night. That's how the American people are eating. We don't really have a lot of money for groceries. I have a job. Number one, they don't want to give me more than 20, 25 hours a week because of the greedy CEOs. The greedy CEOs, they got to have the biggest fucking boat on the block. They got to have the biggest fucking house on the block. So little guys like me, like I work at a restaurant, they don't give a fuck whether I eat. They don't give a fuck whether I have money. Give me 20, 25 hours, which means I only have enough money to pay my bills, nothing extra. I mean, literally did nothing all summer. I didn't do any vacation related activities, nothing. I didn't swim, nothing. I didn't do anything that you would be even consider fun. I mean, my fun this summer consisted of a trip through drive-through or something for an iced coffee. That's what my fun was. Why is that? Because these workplaces are not giving people like me money to go on vacation. What do I make? I make between $16 and $18 an hour. That's what I make. I make $16 to $18 an hour at my restaurant. I host and I also cook. But again, my restaurant, they only want to give me like 20, 25 hours a week, which means I only have money to pay my bills, my rent, my car payment, my insurance. This is all thanks to the Biden Democratic administration. The cost for the restaurant is higher. They're paying higher costs for their food because they got to pay the 18-wheelers more money in gas to bring the food to the restaurant. So do you see how it's all downhill? I mean, the restaurants are getting fucked over, and then they want to fuck over people like me, take money out of my paycheck, give me less money. Do you know that my workplace actually pays managers bonuses for cutting my hours? Like let's say I work today, let's say I'm working 8 to 4. They'll actually give my managers bonuses for sending me home early. How fucking sick is that? That's sick that they would actually pay managers to cut my hours. That's what these businesses are doing. So number one, under the Biden Democratic administration, number one is gas prices definitely went up higher than when Trump was in office. Number two, food costs is through the fucking roof. I don't know about you, American friend, watching this video, but I can barely, put groceries in my fridge. I mean, when I go to the grocery store, it's $20 or less. That's how much. That's how fucking poor I am right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I also do Amazon. I sell shirts on Amazon, but at Amazon, they don't want to give, little guys like me very many sales. Like for this month, I've sold 3 shirts. Like, how can you run a business when you've only sold 3 shirts since September 1st? I've only sold 3 shirts. Amazon recently went from 27 clothing brands. They went from 30 clothing brands down to like three because they got sued for screwing people over like me. That's why they got sued, because they were suppressing listings, stealing products, just shady shit that should not be going on. Do you know that this shady shit like Amazon, things like this, all the corrupt practices, the only reason why that's being done is because they're paying off the politicians. Politicians should be working for me to make sure that Amazon isn't fucking me over, to make sure eBay isn't fucking me over, to make sure my restaurant isn't fucking me over. Like, why couldn't the US government say, hey, look, you guys need to give Steve 40 fucking hours a week, or we're going to shut you down, period. I mean, the guy needs to fucking have groceries in his fridge. The guy needs to be able to go on fucking vacation. I mean, I this summer I was taking care of kids this summer with a friend. She's one of my girlfriends. I was helping her take care of her kids a little bit. I would take her kids through drive-through, dude, and I didn't even have enough money to buy them fucking food at McDonald's. That's how fucking poor I am working at this restaurant. It's fucking sickening, guys. They cut my hours 25, 20 hours. And then again, I have all those side jobs like Amazon and stuff, but Amazon's fucking me over too. So it's like a no-win situation in this fucking economy, dude, because you have the high up agencies paying off politicians, so then they can be evil, they can be corrupt, they can fucking do shady shit in their business because they're paying off the politicians that should be stopping it. So number one, food. Number two, gas. Number three, let's stay on facts here with the Biden administration. Let's stay facts. Number three, the crime rate. The crime rate has fucking skyrocketed in this country. Seriously. Like, watch one of my favorite shows, Active Self-Protection, where they teach you how to protect yourself. You'll see shootings all over America that aren't even told to us. The American government, they hide all these shootings. Like, for example, take a second, pause this video, go on to Google, type in mass shootings in the U.S. It would blow your fucking mind how many mass shootings happen in this country that just go unreported. They don't get reported to people like me, so I know what the fuck's going on in this country. They don't want us to know. And furthermore, this Democratic Biden administration, they don't want people like me having guns. They don't want people like you having guns. They want to completely disempower the American people. I mean, let's talk the economy for a minute. The average American worker can't even afford a rifle. Won't even have $900,000 to buy a rifle. That's all by design, guys. The government doesn't want people having guns because the government as well is doing evil, corrupt, fucked up shit that they worry the American people would want to stop them for. So what's their answer? Disarm everyone so that no one could ever stop us. No one can stop this evil regime, right? So they want to disempower the American people, take everybody's guns away, make it so your average worker like myself doesn't even have $800 to $1,000 to buy a rifle. I mean, it's been 10 years since I've had that kind of money. I mean, like 10 years ago, I had that kind of money, $800,000 in the bank to buy, like if I wanted to buy a rifle, I could do that. I haven't had that money for like years, guys. 5 to 10 years has been in this little recession that we've had, where they just don't want the average American worker to be able to buy a rifle and exercise the Second Amendment. It's all by design to keep the American people disarmed. I mean, there's never been a worse situation for us being invaded as a country because your average guy can't even buy a rifle. So we're just all in this country as sitting ducks to be slaughtered by countries like Russia, countries like China, because we got fucking gun grabbing faggots in the fucking government right now. They just want to disarm everybody. That can be added to the list. The Democrats want to disarm everybody. They want to fucking take everybody's guns. They want to fucking take everybody's little parts on their Glocks that make them automatic and shit. I've seen videos online about that. Them going door to door, taking people's fucking whatever it is that make their Glock automatic, things like this. And these are probably actually law-abiding citizens that have never heard of Flea, right? I mean, really, realistically, all we're really worried about is criminal type that are going to hurt people, right? People that are going to actually commit crimes, murder people, hurt people, dangerous felons that shouldn't have guns, that are prone to violence. I mean, I had a friend that I wouldn't want to, I had an old friend I wouldn't have wanted to have a gun. He died of a drug overdose, but he was a dangerous fucking felon. And he wasn't the type of guy that you wanted to have a gun because, you pissed him off. He might shoot you with it. That's how fucking dangerous he was. So yeah, obviously gun safety is key, keeping guns out of, people that shouldn't have them, people that are extremely severely mentally ill, that are severely delusional, things like that. I can understand keeping guns out of people like that hand, but law abiding citizens like myself, they make it so hard to make fucking money. I mean, literally, it would scare you guys if you saw my bank account right now. It would fucking scare you. Probably, I think I probably have, I think to my name right now, I think I have like $200. So it just proves my point, guys, exactly what I'm saying. I don't have $800 to $1,000 to buy a rifle. That's all by fucking design, you guys, to keep me disarmed, to keep me having no power in this world, to keep American civilians from having no power against their evil, tyrannical government that is fucking people over. Number three, the Democrat Biden administration has completely dropped the ball with the mentally ill. They've cut services. They're letting people out of fucking mental hospitals that are super dangerous, that shouldn't be out on the street. They're just cutting funding for all the mental health. They're not helping people that are suicidal. They're denying disability for people that should be kept home. They're forcing these people to go work against their will. Bobby wanted to get disability for his schizophrenia because he's hearing voices and seeing stuff all day. And what does our government do? They deny his fucking disability. So now Bobby's at fucking McDonald's seeing fucking things in the room that aren't there, hearing voices that are telling him to kill all the fucking staff in the fucking restaurant, things like that, right? These are schizophrenics that are unmedicated, because of the U.S. government not giving a fuck. Just saying, yeah, just let that guy out on the street. He don't need fucking meds. He don't need this. He don't need that. And then let's go back to the mass shootings for a minute. All those mass shootings happen, guys, because of lack of services, lack of counseling. Like, why couldn't we give people that are upset free counseling? Hey, if you're having a bad day, come into this government office and get free counseling. Do you know how many fucking mass shootings we could stop if we had free counseling for people that are upset? Like, let's take me for example today. Let's say if I was in crisis today or upset, I could just go to a free clinic. This is what should be happening. I should just be able to go to a free clinic and talk to a counselor one-on-one to air out my dirty laundry, things that I might be upset about. That's why we have the fucking mass shootings we have in America, because the healthcare has just been completely fucking dropped. Like right now, I don't have any health insurance. I have no health insurance. I have no food stamps, even though I should qualify. I mean, my workplace is only giving me like 20 to 25 hours a week. So I should qualify for food stamps. I actually applied like a couple years ago trying to get help because that's how low hours I was. And they denied me. They said I made too much money, which was complete bullshit. Said I made too much money to get health care, things like that, that I actually am entitled to. So our government right now, guys, they don't give a fuck about anyone, and it's so plain to see. Um, it's a nightmare, you guys. I can't wait until we get an actual president in office that cares about the American people, that wants Americans to have rifles and shotguns at home, since that's what the 1800s in America was built on. This country was built on fucking rifles. Rifles are what made America. Rifles are what secured America. Rifles are what kept Americans safe for hundreds of years. And now you've got administrations like the Biden administration just trying to completely disarm the entire American people by design. Like, for example, part of the design, make rent so expensive that now everybody's paychecks are going on rent. And so now they can't even buy a fucking rifle. That's by design, guys. Wake up. We're being disarmed as a fucking society. We are being disarmed. That's why they fucking make rent, the cost of rent so high. Like I have a girlfriend up in next town over, paying like $1,400, $1,400 or $1,500 a month for rent. I think it's $1,500 for rent. She ain't gonna have money to buy a rifle for herself. That's what I'm talking about, guys. They're disarming us by making the cost of living so high. And then furthermore, why does it need to be like this? Why does a young female's rent need to be $1,500 a month? We couldn't make state laws, federal laws that do rent caps. Like, how about the U.S. government says to every state, to these landlords, you can only charge these people what they can actually afford. You know what I mean? What they can actually afford. Because how do you take a guy like me that's only getting 20, 25 hours a week and then have me pay like $1,500 a month for rent, which would be my entire paycheck? That would be my entire month's wages on rent. So this is all by design, guys, to keep us broke. So those are kind of some of the things that I wanted to rant about today. Also, like healthcare. Why couldn't every American just have free healthcare? I mean, they're letting people die left and right of cancer, things like that, people that don't have healthcare. I went into a hospital a couple months ago, guys, without insurance. They just basically told me to go fuck myself. They took my blood pressure and told me to leave. That's how they treat people with no insurance. They just fucking tell you to leave. That's fucking evil shit, dude. Evil. 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 Our government right now, the administration I'm talking about, yes, they are fucking evil. Yes, the crime rate has skyrocketed since Biden's been in office. The fucking crime rate has skyrocketed. Gas prices have skyrocketed. Food prices have skyrocketed, and the crime rate has skyrocketed. Those are all fucking facts. If you don't believe it, check the internet, check the facts. No, I'm not crazy. No, I'm not a terrorist. No, I'm not anti-American. I'm just a fucking American that's tired of being fucked over, tired of the bullshit, tired of paying high gas prices, tired of paying high food prices, tired of paying high rent prices. It's all the government, dude, that could make our lives better. I mean, like, for example, why the fuck couldn't we get a stimulus payment? I haven't had a stimulus payment for almost like 2 years. Why the fuck can't the U.S. government send me a check for a couple $1,000s? Hey, Steve, we see that you're only getting 20 hours a week, barely able to fucking feed yourself, no groceries on the fridge, paying all your fucking money to gas. Hey, let's send this American $1,000 or $2,000 to help him out. But they won't do it because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. These are the same guys that hear about murders, like Biden will hear about a murder or something. He'll laugh about it and go out and play golf with his friends. They don't give a fuck about any of us, guys. That's a fucking fact. All right, till next time. Bye.